معكم مو جيمر من قناة عرب جيمنج. تنسوا اللايك والسبسكرايب ونبدأ. استغفروا استمتعوا يا اخوان. لا تنسوا اللايك اهم شيء. ستار جيمز طيب ريد ريدمشن 1. بلشنا تختيم اللعبه الحلقه الاولى منها يا رجال. لا تنسوا اللايك والاشتراك.
For one, am grateful, Mrs. Bush, that they are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know he'll be looking down on us, pleased at how we help the natives.
Yes, they've lost their land, but they've gained access to heaven.
Do you mean unless an innocent receives communion, they're destined to go to hell? It hardly seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they lived like, but they're happier now.
Not only do people pretty soon, we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
Apparently, Mr. Johns wants to run for governor, which is why he's so concerned with cleaning up the state.
Nate Johns.
Yes.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war. I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family. A family without class.
Apparently, the Johns family have made a lot of money, and he has a lot of friends in politics.
Mrs. Bush, money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can buy voters, though.
What you must remember, my dear, is that we have been brought here to spread the word. And the word and civilization, they are the same thing. They are the gifts. It is the opportunity we have, the chance to live among people who are decent and who do not kill each other, and who let you worship in peace.
It's so confusing, Father. Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Yes, Jenny, it is confusing. But you only have to ask me.
And
Well, here we are, Mrs. Bush. Armadillo.
ومن هنا بيبلش تختيم لعبنا اليوم. لا تنسوا اللايك والاشتراك وفعلوا جرس التنبيهات تصل كل جديد عن تختيمنا هذه اللعبة. رجل يمكن وين؟ نعم صحيح هذا ما قلته لكم ونبدأ.
Marston! Mr. Marston, over here! You must be John Marston.
Sometimes.
I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to guide you.
They ain't my friends, but pleased to meet you, Jake.
I got the horses saddled up and ready out front. Let's get this done quick.
قولوا لي تبعت جاك للخيول. ماشي نروح على الخيول.
Well, here, let's mount up and hit the trail.
ماشي يلا ارجع.
Take it easy until we're out of town. Ain't no point in causing a ruckus.
Yeah!
Yeah, yeah. Whoa there.
Slow up. Easy.
فكر بسنديان ما كان سعودية.
Whoa, whoa.
So it's Fort Mercy you want to visit?
That's right.
Ain't taking nobody up to the fort in a long time. Strange place for a decent fella to want to visit, if you don't mind me saying.
Who said I was a decent fella?
It's been abandoned for years now. Folks say it was built during the Mexican War. What kinds of soldiers around back then?
Why'd they leave?
Well, I ain't entirely sure. I heard they had to go up north to fight Indians, or maybe they got tired of being soldiers and went looking for gold. You know how things is. So what are you doing up at the fort?
I'm looking for an old friend.
Well, like I said, you ain't gonna find many folk round those parts these days. Those you do find are about as sociable as an ulcerated back tooth. I mean, I ain't one to judge a man by the company he keeps, but...
Well, he ain't been friends for a long time.
Gee up.
يعني هاي القصة.
Are you planning on spending any time in Armadillo, Mr. Marston?
I doubt it. I ain't planning on staying very long.
Well, if you're fixing for some female company, you can do a lot worse than Armadillo. Fine as cream gravy they are. Not like Thieves Landing. Dang, those girls ain't even fit for a drinking man to hole up with.
I'm a married man, I'm afraid.
Ain't we all?
الشخص متزوج ويبحث عن صديق قديم وبده يدور على صديق قديم في الوقت.
Yeah, so it was the marshal who hired me, Lee Johnson. Do you know him?
I think I heard his name.
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guide. I guess it's none of my business.
That's right.
زي ما قلت لكم نلعب ونستمتع واحضروا معاي.
You ain't very talkative, are you?
Nope.
I'm just chewing the dog, mister. It's how I am. I don't mean nothing by it.
Trust me. There's things you better off not knowing.
يعني نبلش تختيم.
I'll tell you, Mr. Marston, those coyotes eat better than I do.
بالغلط.
Ain't no time to be stretching your legs, mister. We gotta get to the fort.
Come.
Not far now. You'll see the fort when you get to the top of this hill.
خلي اجي والله شوي.
Let's go.
Giddy up.
يلا ماشي. بس نضغط الجزء. حصل.
Listen, mister. This here's what's left of Fort Mercer. Some gang rode in and took the place over.
So I understand.
This is where we part ways, friend. You have yourself a good time.
يا رجل. ضحك الشارع. جون الحصن. اللي كان يحصل. نشوف. مع أسلحة. معاه. طيب. شوي.
Bill! Bill, I've come for you! Bill Williamson! Come out here right now!
طيب.
Go away now, John. Don't make me kill you.
Nobody needs to kill anyone, Bill.
You must think I was born yesterday. You always did think I was an idiot.
That ain't fair, Bill. You were as my brother. I've come to try to save you.
Oh. Do I look like I need saving?
Bill, please. They want to kill us all. I can help you.
Well, you never... You only seemed to save yourself.
Bill, I implore you think about this.
You implore me? You implore me? You always were one for fancy words. Oh. Well, things are different now, John. Now I'm in charge! No more Dutch! And no more you. Implores. I implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next time.
Well?
Oh. Poor John.
هيك ذبحوه اخوه خلاص مات؟ لا مستحيل. صح؟ ظنيتش مات. ما ظنيت انه مات. اجا واحد ووحدي. مش عارف نروح ننقذوه مش عارف. باقي اخوان انقذوه والله انقذوه. حيه طلع عايش فكرته ميته. طلع عاش.
Well, you're alive.
So it would seem.
So, how do you feel?
I don't know the polite word for it.
I do. Stupid is the word we use around here. What were you doing?
I was doing something stupid.
Well, you'll be okay. Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. He got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
It cost us $15.
I'm sorry, madam. Should have left me there to die.
Did you want to die? I mean, was that it? Was that why you went straight out to Fort Mercer and picked a fight with the worst bandit in the county? To die, Mr.
Mr. Marston. John Marston.
Bonnie McFarlane. Miss Bonnie McFarlane.
Well, you may be right, Miss McFarlane. I don't know.
Huh. So what were you doing?
I was trying to give Mr. Williamson a chance. For old time's sake.
You know Bill Williamson?
Knew him. Long time ago.
Well, what was he like?
Dumb.
Just like you.
Thank you, miss. See my hat?
I have. And, what will you do now?
Now I'm gonna take my time and go after him the less kind way.
Well, that sounds very fun, Mr. Marston. Quite heroic, just like in those penny dreadfuls my brother used to read. Meanwhile, if you'll excuse me, I've got a ranch to run. Of course, if you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later? Help me patrol the perimeter. You can earn back some of that money we wasted on doctor's bills.
Of course. And thank you for saving my life, I mean.
Next time, Mr. Marston, I strongly recommend you don't try to lose it quite so earnestly.
I'll bear that in mind.
شو هيك ختمنا المهمات هيك ضم إلى بوني ضم إلى بوني انضم إلى بوني.
Mr. Marston, back in the land of the living, I see.
Figured it's about time I started paying back that $15.
I sure can use an extra pair of hands around here. Let's see if we can get you back in the saddle.
امشي مع بوني. امشي فعل امر. أنا امشي. وين اروح؟
There's the foreman's office. It's also where we lock up good-for-nothing outlaws, such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Miss McFarlane.
Okay, let's see if you can still ride a horse. Come on, then. I'll show you around the property.
Real good. Yeah.
رابط يلا مشي ما راح. تفضل.
To your right is the general store. You won't find Parisian high fashion, but it's good for the essentials.
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever seen a ranch with its own store before.
And here's the corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
I'm no expert, but it certainly looks like a fine corral.
I suspect you've stolen more horses than you've broken.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase. That's the train station. Things sure have changed since the line finally got finished, bringing in all sorts of new folk like yourself.
Is that such a bad thing?
Change is only good when it makes things better.
Come on!
Well.
Come on!
That's the barn over there. Paul built it himself when I was just a little girl. And here we are, back at the house. Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
You'll get no complaints from me, Miss McFarlane.
اضغط ايش اف ماشي ضغطنا اف ضغطنا كبسة
The only
الاف
chance you're gonna get to rest.
نذهب الى منزل البوني.
How about a cold drink, Mr. Marston?
Thank you, ma'am. Getting shot, then riding a horse seems to take it out of you. I could use a rest.
Sure. Come on in. I'll show you the house and then you can sit for a while.
Thank you.
نسمع بعض بتسمع منهم تمام. انصتوا.
Mr. Marston,
Miss McFarland.
remember me telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do.
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
I want to see just who is trespassing on our land.
This is a fine weapon.
Come, let's head out. The country is really beautiful at around this time.
We'd best get moving. This is a dangerous time of night for us.
اركب حصانك. يلا.
Easy now. Let's go. Keep your eyes open and try not to get yourself shot again.
رافق موت. الله من الروح.
Thank you, Mr. Marston. I feel a lot happier someone's along with me.
I feel a lot happier now I got a rifle.
Well, with your trigger itch and my feminine intuition, we should make quite a team.
حجة سنكون فريقا رائعا ومذهلا. يا رجل. يا رجل. يا رجل.
I don't believe it. Those damn rabbits are back. Give me a hand with them, will you? Come on, then. Time to put that bloodlust of yours to good use. You got one! Nice shoot! That's it! Kill those little varmints! You're better at shooting rabbits than outlaws, I see. Much obliged for the help.
وخذ لي شخص الحمر نب. ما تقولهم.
Mount up and patrol the rest of the property. Let's get going. We've still got plenty of ground to cover. If it's not the rustlers stealing our cattle, it's the rabbits stealing our crops.
It ain't never easy living off the land like this. Maybe you should move to a big city. Become a lady of leisure.
Damn coyotes are back! We can't afford to lose any more livestock. Kill them, Mr. Marston. Damn coyotes!
Come!
Quick! They're going after the chickens! Come on, boys!
Slow it up now. Blade Darwin.
That coyote won't be back!
جيت بيمشي حرك تجري
Go!
Well, we're rid of the coyotes. I guess we saved all the chickens. Let's go. I'll take you back to your room.
وافقوني.
Giddy up!
وافقناها قرفت.
You know, you can actually handle a rifle.
It's something I've had a little experience in.
Maybe Bill Williamson did get lucky after all.
Luck didn't really come into it, miss.
You're a useful man to have around the ranch, that's for sure. But don't think I've forgotten what brought you here. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
I sure appreciate that, Miss McFarland.
عليهم عليهم.
This is you, Mr. Marston. Thank you for your help, Mr. Marston. Makes me kind of happy I saved your life. Get some sleep and I will see you in the morning.
Good night, Miss McFarland.
ممكن أن تلعب السريع وتحفظ لعبتك. إذا نمت تستيقظ 10 ساعات. كل الألعاب دي زي كل. يعني كل العاب جديد. ومنقول من هنا نهاية هذه حلقة اليوم. لا تنسوا اللايك والاشتراك وفعل جرس التنبيهات وكل جديد. السلام عليكم. امشي اللايك.
That's a nice healthy stride you have.